All right, the latest news break coming in. LPG from the United States of America has started coming into India since January. Indian PSU oil companies in November 2025 had signed a one-year contract to import about 2.2 MTPA of LPG from the US Gulf Coast for the contract year 2026. Government sources of India have more crude at the moment than that is struck at the Strait of Hormuz. No shortage of LPG, refineries ordered to increase production. All right, so that's the latest news that is coming in. All of this, viewers, in context of a commentary that is coming across the globe suggesting that we are headed for a crisis, not just we, India, but a global crisis where crude and gas is concerned. The fears were heightened by no one else but the energy minister from Qatar, who's gone ahead and said that if this crisis continues to ensue over the course of the next few days, we are actually going to look at a barrel of crude oil escalate to $150, and that would be debilitating for world economies. Well, India has stepped in at this juncture, trying to allay domestic fears, saying we have enough stock of crude, we have enough LPG, nothing to worry about. Aishwarya Paliwal will add more on this. Over to you, Aishwarya. All right, we're going to cut across to Aishwarya in just about a short while from now, but let's take you through the latest information that is coming in, where the Indian government has come out to allay domestic fears, and moreover, in a time of world crisis, so that there are no fears where our domestic audience is concerned, and there is no rumor mongering at the back of it that there will be shortage in India. Government has come out and said there is no shortage of LPG in India. We have enough gas, we have enough LPG, nothing to worry about. Where crude oil is concerned, our stocks right now are a lot more than the stock that has been struck at the Strait of Hormuz. And we will have other viable alternate options to get the kind of crude oil we need where India is concerned. And the need of the country comes into question. All of this is taking place at a time, viewers, where already there was a sense, there was a perception that there will be economic repercussions to this war, especially where the Strait of Hormuz is concerned, where 80% of the world's oil actually passes through. With that being shut, what now? Well, the government of India is concerned, especially where we are concerned, we don't need to worry. We have enough gas, we have enough crude. Aishwarya, what more can you add?
Well, Preeti, one thing is very, very clear, and let me tell you, this has been the concern since the day the attacks actually began. The government has been keeping a hawk's eye on what exactly is happening, because they understand very clearly that this will have economic implications. Yes, there will be economic implications, but that will take some time to happen. That's the reason why the government actually is now making sure that the stock that our country has, and also having a conversation with other players from where we can actually source crude oil, that's also happening. So simultaneously, the government on one side making sure that reprioritization is happening within the government also. If need be, they will start asking the refineries to make sure that there is more LPG production in our country, given the fact that we have the crude oil at least for the next 1 to 2 months in stock. That is something that the government at the moment is focusing on. With regards to Russia, already we have seen how, close to 1.02 million barrels per day. That is something that India over the past few months has been looking at. So that is something that will continue. The government's now going out and saying that you do not need to panic, because there were some kind of reports coming out that the people are now thinking that there could be a shortage of petrol and diesel. The government very, very clear. They in fact are also having a daily conversation with Qatar, with UAE, with Saudi, keeping a hawk's eye on what exactly is happening. If you look at the United States of America, we have been taking LPG from United States of America as well, and that contract is on till the end of this year. So keeping all those things in mind, Preeti, the financial implications, yes, there could be some, but that will take some time to actually trickle down. The government keeping a hawk's eye on the situation at the moment.
All right, thank you, Aishwarya, for joining us. It is important at this juncture that the government does step in and allay domestic fears that there could in fact be a shortage, because at a time where there's so much information of possible shortage where LPG and oil is concerned, there are ramifications, domestic ramifications of hoarding, of price rise. Well, the government needed to come in, and the government has, and saying that we're not short. where LPG is concerned. We have enough gas. And whereas oil is concerned, we have more oil than the oil which is stuck at the Strait of Hormuz, and we have other options where oil comes into question.